Hey y'all, welcome back. If you are watching this, that means you have probably watched my other videos and you are curious as to what's going on with my whole giant cell tumor lung metastasis situation. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember what I put in the last video. I think, if I remember correctly, I let y'all know that I was contemplating surgery and radiation, and that my doctor was going to talk to the tumor board and see if I was a good candidate. So I have some frustrating news. It's been a little bit of a mess, so I'll try to explain this as clearly as possible, and I'll try not to forget any steps or anything. Okay, so basically what happened is in December, my doctor reached out to me and sent me a message through this app called MyChart, and she let me know the outcome of the discussion. And in that message, she specifically said that they all were strongly against taking me off Denosub or Xgeva, and especially if I was, trying to conceive, they were willing to give it a try, but they were worried that the hormones would cause the tumors to grow aggressively. And they were just having some concerns about that. They were willing to give it a try, but they were really strongly against it. And as for surgery and radiation, they said that the surgeon could probably take out most, if not all, on my right lung, but as well with radiation, but they would not be able to do anything with my left lung, or vice versa. I'd have to look at the messages. It's vice versa, one or the other, I can't remember. They were able to work on one lung, but not the other, because the other had too many tumors. I don't remember if she said they were too small or just there was too many. And so that was the outcome of that message. And so I didn't respond for like 2 months. I didn't respond until last week, because I know one of the biggest factors on if I was going to get off Xgeva to try to conceive is if I even had the ability to get pregnant. Because if I can't get pregnant, then there's no point in me getting off Xgeva, right? But regardless, I still wanted to have surgery and radiation done, because the way I looked at it was if I could get as many tumors removed as possible, I knew I would still have to be on Xgeva. If I can get as many tumors removed as possible, then I wouldn't have to be on Xgeva as long. That was my thought process. So anyways, I took like fertility test and I have eggs, so I'm fine there. I didn't go and see like an actual fertility specialist to make sure everything was okay with like my uterus and stuff like that. Like I still do need to go and do that, but I just wanted to go ahead and proceed with surgery before I even did that. So I messaged her last week and was like, hey, Dr. So-and-so, I'm not gonna give her name, give y'all her name, sorry. I was like, hey doctor, I want to see if we could set up a time to discuss pursuing surgery and radiation. And she messages me back and is like, she's like, oh, I thought you understood based on December's outcome that we were strongly against taking you off Xgeva and that surgery and radiation wasn't possible. And I was like, so confused. I was like, what? I was like, I literally just read the message yesterday and it said that surgery and radiation would be able to happen to my right lung, but not my left lung. I'm fine with staying on Xgeva, but I still want to have surgery and radiation. And she's like, you're right, everything from my previous email is correct. However, I don't know, basically, I wish I could just read the messages right now. Basically, she didn't think it was gonna be possible, but she said that I could talk to the surgeon to discuss. And so she set up a meeting with me to talk to the surgeon. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll talk to the surgeon, which I'm just so confused because you literally said in December that I could have it done to one of my lungs. So anyways, then I proceed, I'm like, okay, well, if I can't have surgery or radiation, how much longer am I going to be on Xgeva or Denosub? And she said, most likely lifelong. And that really pissed me off. And it just made me wonder, I don't even know if this doctor is experienced with giant cell tumor metastasis because it's so rare. Let me tell you why I think that. Because my first doctor in Texas, he said that he was very knowledgeable or pretty knowledgeable in giant cell tumors. Like he's treated, several cases, and he knows like how rare they are, yada yada, and like he's dealt with only not even a handful, like a couple people with metastasis to the lungs from giant cell tumor. And he told me that I would only have to be on Xgeva for about a minimum of 5 years. I was like, okay, I can do 5 years. So then I moved here to California. I saw a new doctor and I was trying to figure out how much longer I'd have to be on it because I got my surgery in 2017. I moved here in the end of 2019. But I was probably only on Xgeva for like a total of like a year and a half because I was on it for a while and then I got off it for like 9 months and then I got back on it by the time I saw him, my doctor here in California. And so when I asked him how much longer I was going to need to be on Xgeva, he said that for quite a while. Like he didn't give me a specific time frame, but he was like, you still have, a while to go. But he said that we'd re-examine in a year to see if I could have surgery, right? And so then he ends up retiring, and so I get transferred to this other doctor, which is who I currently see. And she had been giving me like promises, I don't want to say promises of surgery, but like made it seem like I was, going to be able to have surgery. And then the outcome of the tumor board discussion in December made it seem like I could have surgery to one of my lungs. Oh, rewind. When my second doctor, the first doctor I came to see in California before he retired, when he mentioned surgery, it was the first time I had heard of it. My doctor in Texas never mentioned me having surgery. So I asked him, how is surgery? Like, because I was afraid, I was curious, what is it like? And he told me it was minimally invasive and that I would probably only be in the hospital for like 3 days, okay? So then fast forward to my discussion with my current doctor. She was saying that one of the reasons why they don't think surgery is possible or is a good idea is because it's kind of a moot point if I'm only going to be able to get tumors out of one side of my lung because it's such an invasive surgery. And I'm just like so confused because he told me it was minimally invasive. And honestly, that's not a moot point to me because I'm just like, if you can get a shit ton of tumors out of like one side of my lung, like I'm good. Like take them out, take as many out as you can and let me, continue on Xgeva so I don't have to be on it for, this long. I don't know. So anyways, I'm like rambling. When she told me that I was probably going to be on Xgeva lifelong, that really upset me. And I'm just like, no, this doesn't make any sense. My last two doctors both told me that I was going to be on it for, a good while, but they never said lifelong. So now I spent all of this past Friday, not all of this past Friday, that's a lie because I was working. I took some time out of my work day and I called another hospital, another oncologist center, and I made an appointment to see another oncologist to get another opinion. They're also going to have me speak with their surgeon as well. And then I guess I think both the surgeons from the two hospitals are also going to talk to each other. I don't really know what the deal is, but that is where I'm at right now. So next week I have an appointment with the surgeon at UCSF, and then, so that's next Tuesday, and then next Thursday I have an appointment with the oncologist at Stanford Health before I meet with their surgeon. Because I want to get, I believe it's a gentleman that I'm seeing, so I want to get his point of view on what treatment should look like for me and how long he thinks I will have to be on Xgeva. Again, I don't really know if they've dealt with giant cell tumor metastasis often. I don't know how experienced they are in that matter. So yeah, this is gonna be, I don't know, this is gonna be rough, to be honest, because I always felt that there was an end in sight, and now I'm getting worried that there isn't an end in sight, and it's kind of, you know, freaking me out a little. I'm trying not to be negative about it. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to still see the end of that tunnel, you know, the light at the end of that tunnel. But I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. I'm just really hoping that these next couple of appointments go well, and I'm hoping and praying that I hear what I want to hear, which is that I can have surgery and radiation, and that I'll only be on Xgeva for a couple more years. Yeah, because if I'm on it lifelong, that means I won't be able to have kids unless I get off Xgeva, and everyone's against me getting off Xgeva because they say that tumors are going to potentially get more aggressive. I don't know. We'll see. I will keep you guys updated. And I guess that's all the updates I have. Oh, I really hope I'm not leaving anything out. If I'm leaving something out, I'll just make a new video. But if you guys have any questions for me, comment down below, shoot me an Instagram message, Snapchat message, any message. I'm free to answer whatever I can. Again, I am not a doctor, so I will give you, you know, my advice, but, you know, take it with a grain of salt because I'm not a doctor. And yeah, that's all. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you are staying positive in your giant cell tumor journey. I know that it is hard to be positive because, oh, I just remembered what else I was gonna tell you all. So I'm having this issue now. I don't know if you guys know, and I feel like I've mentioned it in my previous videos, but I am a runner, or I was a runner before the giant cell tumor. And it's been really hard for me to get back into running. So the reason being is once I got the clear 10 months later after surgery to start running, I went full force to like gym and running. And when I did that, 2 months later, I messed up my knee and I had to be on crutches for like 3 weeks, something like that, 3 to 6 weeks. So after that, I kind of took working out extremely slow. And then when I moved here to California, I got back on it, like, you know, really running, and I was doing really well. I think I mentioned that in like, maybe my last video or the video before, but like I was like in really good shape, like I was loving life. But then last year in October on my birthday, I started experiencing pain in my left shin. So I assumed it was a shin splint. Runners get shin splints. I've never had one in my life, but you know, there's a first for everything. So I had it for about 3 weeks, went to a doctor, got an x-ray just to make sure there wasn't any like bone tumor in my left shin. She didn't see anything. And 4 months go by and this shin splint is still here. It's not going away. I even stopped running for, you know, let's see, October, November, about middle of November till last week. I mean, I was running like maybe once a week just to see if the shin splint like went away. Well, so, okay, I'm sorry. I waited like 2 months with no running. And then I was running like once a week to see if it was going away or if it felt better, and it wasn't. And then I just kind of gave up last week and just am running on it because I have a race coming up in April and I don't really have a choice. I am going to go and see my doctor again to get another x-ray and find out what's going on. I'm thinking, I don't really know, I think my right leg, the leg that I had surgery on, my femur, I think it's like a little bit shorter than my left leg. And I'm wondering if like that's the reason why. I really have no freaking clue like why it won't go away. So if y'all know how to get rid of it, please help me. Otherwise, yeah, I'm going to the doctor. I mean, I'm probably gonna go to the doctor regardless, but I'm stuck with it for now. All right, I'm done rambling. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I hope you stay positive. Bye.